Oh, hey guys, is my mic sound alright?
Welcome to Jabba and Jake Radio, the last episode ever in March of 2020. My name is John Moy. This is Jake. Jake is at his apartment. I'm at my apartment. We are both being quarantined. Music. All right, that's the end. That's the end. Stop the music, Jimmy. Okay, the music's been stopped. Now we're going to start the show. Jake, how are you doing? This is the section where we do banter.
Hola, James. ¿Cómo estás?
I don't know.
Nope. Had the SAP button on there. My bad. Hey, Jimmy.
I'm doing
How
well,
are you?
man. I'm delirious. Losing my mind.
Yes.
For those who aren't in the know, and why would you be? I can ask Jake how his day was, but he spent it sitting in this exact spot. He came over and we recorded 8 episodes in 7 hours. Is that what it was?
It? Six talking, six watching baseball,
6.
1 baggage, 1 mystery.
Yeah, 6 watching baseball, 1 episode of baggage, 1 mystery. We're trying to bank out as much as we can. He's coming over tomorrow, and we're doing the same. And then 11 days straight of he doesn't have to come here, and we're quarantined, and we don't have to put ourselves at danger.
So know how I have ideas of stuff that are kind of cool, but I'll never do them, and that's kind of where you come in because you have ideas and you do them like too easily almost.
What's
like
that?
once the idea is in your head, you execute.
Oh yeah, I get
Like
that from
you're
my
like,
mom.
it's like, oh yeah, like who knows? And I found a player I liked, Dave Henderson. He was an outfielder. I saw him on the Red Sox in Oakland. He was flashy, gap in his teeth, strong arm, big swings, everything I'm about. And so I was showering when I got home because that's what you do.
He would have been the hero of the Red Sox World Series had they not lost it in '86.
Yeah, he would have probably been World Series MVP if the whole Bill Buckner thing doesn't happen. But anyways, like the Dave Henderson thing. So I get home and I immediately jump in the shower because that's the world we live in now. And I'm having some deep thoughts in there. And everyone I think is showering longer. Oh my God, what did he just spill on himself? Jim?
Beer.
Oh my God. That was a beer? You're drinking a beer?
It was just sitting on the thing for like an hour. How fucking spilly could it be? Hey, Katie, can you bring me a towel, please? That was everywhere. That was the most explosive beer. I haven't opened a beer in like a couple months, but I don't think I got that rusty.
A, I can't believe you're drinking a beer. B, I can believe what just happened.
It's bullshit. I spilled beer everywhere. All right, so what about Dave Henderson? Keep going. He's got a gap in his teeth. We like him.
So, yeah, gap in his teeth, a little bit of flash, but a little bit of like nice flash. Like if we saw a single was hit to him in center field and he just pegged it in, like almost unnecessarily, but he just showed off that he has a cannon.
Sammy Sosa hop after home runs.
Sammy Sosa hop after home runs. He like really pimped the one at Fenway. Anyways, so I'm in the shower, and I think shower times across America have gone up like at least 30%. Because once you're in the shower, A, you're safe.
Have you thought about electric and water bills yet? Luckily, New York City doesn't do water, but it's going to be so bad.
Don't care, because like
think about them.
Nothing matters anymore. So yeah, I've been enjoying my showers, and then I kind of went into this deep thought that was like, man, like you even noticed Dave Henderson from the start clearly spoke to my baseball soul. Center fielder, little bit of flash, a little bit of flair going on. And I was basically like, you could make a baseball personality test like so easily. Like you can go around the horn and label people's personality traits so well. Or if you know a friend and you enjoy baseball with them, like you can see a player and be like, oh, you're going to love this guy. And I just think there should be like a baseball personality test. But I'll never make
I guarantee BuzzFeed has one. Which baseball player are you?
Right, but there could be like a fun way to do it.
Do you
but
like
I'd
this
never
targeted
execute
ad,
it.
or do you like this targeted ad?
So it just happened. The dream has happened, and it's over just like that for me. And that's how I live.
And it's bullshit because you buried the lead, and people can't see that BBD's here, but we can see BBD, and I want to talk to him so bad. But
beautiful.
He's just taking notes and producing. But Jake is Kirby Puckett minus all the skill. Like every single mannerism of Kirby Puckett is Jake. And we watched the 1987 Twins World Series, and we saw a lot of Kirby Puckett, and it's literally what Jake used to do in wiffle ball in my backyard. But you don't like Kirby Puckett.
Besides being a no. See, Jim, you misread that. You misread the Kirby Puckett in me. See, yes, I am Kirby Puckett minus the Hall of Fame baseball skill. What you misread, Jim, and it's a personality trait me and Kirby have, is that it was frustrating seeing Kirby because now I know I have to dive further into Kirby and I have to learn about him, and I'm not an executor. I don't like to execute. But seeing Kirby do everything he did, I was like, God damn it, I have to execute on this. Yeah. So that was the feeling that came over me.
Even when Kirby struck out, it was the same frustration that Jake does when he strikes out.
Would be the same thing I would do today, would be the same thing 12-year-old Jake would have done.
Yeah. On a baseball field. Jake on a
it's
golf
a romantic
course.
Sport.
So angry.
You haven't gotten full Jake on a golf course.
I did one
in
time.
a while.
In a long time. In college, I saw you almost quit on the first hole.
Having a bad hole.
Yeah, he said, if I don't put this on the green, I'm fucking leaving, and I'm not joking.
Yeah.
Me and Ken were like, oh, boy.
Well, it was also really cool in college. That was kind of a flex, too, because I had an all-you-could-play pass in college, so that was kind of me just flexing, too.
Oh, I misread that.
Yeah. Kirby Puckett.
So anyway, I went to the grocery store after we did our shit, and I took a walk there, and Katie and I bought $500 worth of groceries.
Wow.
It was the most amount of groceries I've ever bought in my entire life.
I'm trying to think what my high score is. I think my high score starts with a 2.
Dude, I usually shop for meals, and we're doing in case you're not coming for 11 days. So, hey, let's just stock up. You're eating 3 meals a day in the house.
Right.
So just like frozen food, I told Katie, I'm going to go to the stoner section and just like pizzas and burritos.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Speaking
of, be careful.
I'm going to try one of your gummies tonight.
Okay.
How are they?
Be careful.
Oh, I'm going to take half.
Take care of yourself.
Oh, that was a big half. That's fucked. Anyway.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was a big half. I texted Evan of Evan & Co.
Right.
A picture of the beer selection because I'm out of the loop on IPAs these days. It goes so fast.
Right.
I said, what should I get?
What's the percentage?
This is Santilli American India Pale Ale Night Shift Brewing. It's from 2016. It won the Bronze Award, which don't put that on your beer can.
Yeah. I'd put it on.
Don't put that on your beer can. Bronze. I don't even know where the percentage is. I spilled all of it, so that was fun.
Yeah. Percentage of beer spilt.
Probably 40% of beer spilled. 6% alcohol.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Evan spits on that beer.
Yeah, he probably told me, get this, you pussy.
Yeah.
I also sent Evan of Evan & Co. the new logo for John Boy and Jake Radio, and he approved. So that's huge.
That's huge.
Did you even see it? You're not on Slack.
How many beers are you going to have?
Just one, man. I haven't drank in 3 months.
I was going to say, I was curious. Curious about you. You seem so innocent. Yeah, I hopped in the Slack. Forever, all day.
Losing you.
Shower. Oh, man.
Says that we're in the green again, so you should be back.
We're in the green again. Yeah, I was with you all day, and we were doing stuff all day, and then I came home in my scary Uber ride, took a shower, ate dinner, and then I was like, oh, yeah, Jimmy's shopping. He'll probably text me when we'll go, just because we were together all day. But he slacked me. And yeah, new JJR.
Yeah. The distressed one's going to look so cool on a sweatshirt. I might put that on a sweatshirt today and buy it for myself.
Oh, I'm distressed.
You're distressed. I remember when I was a little kid and my mom bought these distressed kitchen chairs. And I was like, these chairs look like shit, Mom. Why'd you
Right.
buy like old chairs? And she told me, no, it's a distressed look. People like this. I said, so someone's job is just to beat the shit out of that nice wooden chair with chains and then up the price? And she said, yes. And from the start, I've never understood that. Like tearing holes in jeans to make them look cooler. It's like you're just ruining stuff and then charging more for the ruined product.
That's where
it's never added up with my brain.
Yeah, I don't operate there either. But I still cop. I cop out the other direction. I mean, I just get new stuff that looks new. That's okay, right?
Yeah, new stuff that looks new.
Big new stuff that looks new, guy.
I like just old stuff that looks old.
Right.
That's my vibe.
New, old.
Okay, did we get all the banter over? You put
new old is a bad mix.
New old. That's distressed stuff.
Yeah, not into it.
Me neither. Old. If you want old shit, buy old shit. You want ripped jeans, just fucking wear jeans long enough and 5 years in, they'll get ripped.
I was debating having a beer tonight, so I'm half mad at you, but I'm not at all, and I don't care.
I was burnt out from all the talking.
Yeah.
Now we're
I think
talking
I'm gonna have some drinks. I think tomorrow night I might have a drink. Anyways,
Evan told me about this other beer, and I'm gonna save that for a Twitter review. It's called Lunch.
Okay. We make a concoction in our home called an emergency, and it's an emergency packet into LaCroix.
Oh wow.
So yeah, you get a little extra fizz going, and I had one of those, so I decided to go that route instead of a beer.
Remember energy bombs?
Oh yes.
Take a 5 hour and drop it into a Monster and then chug the whole thing.
What would it take for you to drink an energy bomb right now?
Right now? You mean like at this age or right now, this instant?
I'll take the hours out of the equation. Like it could be middle of the day.
If you show up tomorrow morning with a 5 hour and a Red Bull or a Monster, I'll do it in the morning. We have a big day.
Okay, you'd still do it. All right.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were freaked out by it.
No. I mean, it gets you going. I'll shit my pants.
I think my mom would be... One of the things my mom gets the loudest about is energy drinks.
It's probably why I blacked out so easily in college, because I wouldn't go to sleep because I was up on energy drinks.
Hopped up on Mountain Dew, man.
Energy bombs. Jake, we have one more topic in the banter section on our notes, and it says March is finally over.
Banter section.
Did you write that, or did BBD?
I'm guessing David. Again, you got it, David. Say it.
Okay.
Speak loud and proud.
So,
whoa, all right. See you later, David.
Producer David wants us. It's a good banter. March is finally over.
No, I will say this. It was it's not. For us recording, it's March 31st still. But I mean, I saw there's a lot of memes and stuff going around the internet today. Well, yeah, I guess. Hello, ambulance. There was a lot of memes going around today that were like, whoa, March has been a decade, or March, it felt like March was this whole year. And then someone posted something that happened early on in March, and they were like, can you believe that this was the same month? And I was like, no, literally no. So yeah, it'll be good to put this in our rear view, but April ain't looking great.
You didn't like March?
March was not fun. I think March will be the worst month.
Okay.
I think the first half of April is going to suck, potentially even worse. But I think at the end of April, we're going to start seeing light at the end of the tunnel, and that'll be nice.
Cool.
So.
March is over.
It just hurt me deep inside. What was that?
I think BBD did it.
What was that?
Katie's funny. She's all California. She's like, she check the weather? When's it going to be like 70? I'm like, it's March. You live in New York now. You got to wait this out, Katie. Come on now.
Yeah.
All right, sports.
Toronto. Where's Drizzy at? They ban all public events through June. Boring. Rescind it when everyone gets healthy. That won't happen. Tampa Bay, Jim, called the Toronto of Florida. Tom Brady gets his number 12. Chris Godwin was wearing 12 last year. He'll take 14. I wonder if he got a gift. He said that he respected Tom Brady and that he would give it anyways. But when you're a player and you stumble into that opportunity, you got to. NBA is going to be putting on a 2K tournament with actual players, which is kind of fun. Kevin Durant, Donovan Mitchell, some real guys. It's like, wow, people will enjoy that. The NFL expands their playoff format. 14 teams will reach the NFL. And there's also a little side note here that says they'll be doing a separate broadcast for Nickelodeon, probably to get kids involved. Wow, baseball, read a book. ESPN moves up the MJ documentary to April 19th. I guess you know my 420 plans. NCAA spring sports is giving their eligibility back. That's a whole funky thing, actually. Winter sports not granted the extra year. And Dr. James Andrews says he will not perform Tommy John surgeries during the corona.
Oh man, I clicked the video about the NFL, and it's a Twitter video.
Sure.
And one, I know I should know this guy's name. Two, I don't give a fuck that I can't think of it right now. Three, his ears are thick, and it made me laugh immediately.
Okay, interesting. So my hints are. So wait, you click the Twitter video?
Yes.
Okay, so give me more context. So it's an NFL
link,
player with big ears?
No. It's a reporter, and he's got AirPods in, and his ears are just like an animal behind his AirPods.
Oh, is it Marchand?
Yeah, I think so.
Marchand's got some big ears. Okay, I'm going to click because now I'm interested. I clicked the wrong thing, and I'm out. So,
no, I think you were right. Well, I don't know, whatever. Hey, I'm most interested in the expanded NFL playoffs. So tell me more.
Okay. Tell me more. Did you get very far?
No.
I think something interesting that you and I have heard, that's a transitive thing across sports that I think the common fan wouldn't necessarily think of, and Schefter tweeted it out today, is that a lot of the sports compare their percentage of playoff teams that make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, we heard that from some people within baseball, and I was like, I'd never thought of it that way.
Right? Like, you just don't put them on the same plane. They're literally different sports. But apparently owners look at it that way because that's how they make money. And NBA has the most team that makes the playoffs. They have 16. NFL is sneaking up on them in 14. You're hearing that MLB wants to expand, and NHL is also 16. It's kind of some simple math, people. I mean, playoff games make more revenue, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Football's got to be tricky though, because now only one team is going to get a bye week, which I don't know. I feel like football, that's crazy important. So it'll be interesting to see if that's a factor. Like if after 3 years, only the 1 seeds are advancing, but they're also the best team. So that's kind of a catch-22. It's a nice reward for the best team. Honestly, and like a lot of changes that gets made in sports, we'll probably talk about it a lot, and then our brains just get used to it after a few years.
30 years since the last expansion. 1990, they expanded from 10 to 12. Now they go from 12 to 14.
Yeah, I mean, just scary in my head. When you said 30 years, my brain jumped towards the 70s. So,
yeah. How about that?
Yeah. Getting older.
Yeah. So I think the wild card weekend is going to be insane now. It's 3 games on Saturday and 3 games on Sunday. That's going to be a lot of fun.
I mean, wild card weekend, and I mean, if you get good games out of it, I think they did the teams last year that would be in it, and it would have been the Steelers, and it was an okay team, but both teams kind of sounded sucky. But I don't know. People want more sports. I mean, literally look around you right now.
And this isn't a Corona thing. This is just an all-time thing.
Yes.
You know what sucks? Like wild card weekend, you get so excited for it, And then Saturday, like if one of those games is a dud,
Yeah.
and you lose interest in it, it feels like we just lost the whole fun day. If both games are exciting, it's amazing. So this adds to help that.
Well, know what it is, Jim. The pressure is really on the early game. Because if you get a shitty early game, then you're sitting there like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Like, if we've blown this early game and game 2 sucks, it feels like you wasted a day. But now society's kind of used to that, so maybe it's not as big of a problem. But you're trying to get one good football game. I guess now you got a better chance at that.
The ESPN documentary being moved up is really smart. I was wondering how many networks. I like behind the scene conversations. Like I'd like to be in a fly on a wall of places. Like TV networks had to be like, what do we have coming up, and can we move it up?
Right.
And ESPN, like for the challenge, which premieres tomorrow. I'm very excited for it. I was wondering, like, are they gonna? They should probably shift this up a week. They didn't. But you got people ready to watch if you have a show. Like if say we're in peak Breaking Bad season and like the final season's coming out, but it's not coming out until June, it would be stupid to not push that up if you have the episodes done already.
Is there a big show out there right now? Like what's the big TV show right now?
I don't know. BBD is giggling his butt off
BBD
behind the producer
is giggling
desk. That's
his
not allowed.
Cute little butt off right now. David, what's going on over there?
What are you giggling about? Oh, the crowd can't hear you, I just realized. So that's a bummer for you. Oh, big fan. Can we see your peckers in the chat? Okay, got him.
Big
good.
Fan.
Good job, Bobby Skinner.
Can we see your peckers?
I should probably add your mic somehow so they can hear you when you want to be heard, but not see you. Anyway, Jake. So the MG documentary gets moved up. People are excited for this. It looks good, so smart move. But is there a huge show out right now? Game of Thrones is gone.
I'm trying to think. What's like the show? Is that why the Netflix stuff is getting so big? I'm trying to think. What's a big show that's in like season 5 or 6 that people are like, dude, you gotta be watching this.
A lot of times, like big shows like Breaking Bad, like Game of Thrones, they don't get the big thing until they're in season 5 or 6.
Like 4 or 5, yeah.
That's when like, hey, you gotta watch this.
Right.
I don't know. Can't think of one.
God,
BBD just chimed in with the Kardashians.
You were looking cute and giggling. Go back to that.
You know what? I think I'm going to have a fun idea. BBD, you're part of the show now, but you're going to be so fucking tiny.
He does this
there
sometimes.
There he is.
Oh, no. That's huge. That's huge. Actually, it's tiny, I guess, but that's wow. Oh no, we're already off the rails.
Okay, well now make sure your mic's muted, but you're part of the show. BBD.
Yeah, just be ready over there.
Ozark is getting pretty big. I think if someone in the chat said Ozark, I think if season 3 does pick up steam, which. Hey, I think it was really good. I went into it. Jake and I kind of talked about it today. I went into Ozark thinking, like, they may lose me if the first couple episodes. If it seems bad, like I may be gone because I didn't hooked. I thought season 3 was really, really good. I think it was better. I think it was my favorite season so far. So,
Ozark is a pretty huge call by the chat because it's kind of you've got a main character that everyone knows, Jason Bateman. B, it's 3 seasons. Which isn't hyper intimidating. Like whenever you're staring down the barrel of 5, 6, 7+ seasons, that's nerve wracking. But you see 3 seasons, you're like, Jason Bateman, 3 seasons, I can do this.
Yeah. I watched an episode of Abandoned yesterday, a Vice show where they just go to abandoned towns and talk about the people there. It's not a haunted or a scary thing. It's just kind of like a human study of like, why was this town popular? Why is it not popular anymore? I thought it was pretty cool.
Sure.
I only watched one episode in Newfoundland.
Oh, nice.
Which is what the people from British and Spain who came over and they landed at the first island. They named it Newfound Land. Newfoundland.
I mean, you would have liked some of those times, man. They were straight to the point.
Oh, yeah. One of the bigger
They
towns
were
is Flat Rock.
direct. Yeah.
It's great. What else is in the sports news here? Spring sports giving eligibility back. Winter sports were not granted an extra year. How do you feel about that?
Dude, this is so the NCAA is going to get torched either way. You and I know that, and they deserve so. That's their reputation. So they still haven't come out with like the full guidelines for this yet. Because so they had the Maryland lacrosse coach on SVP last night, and SVP was like, "Hey, can you like walk the people through this? Because what does this really mean?" And he's like, "Well, I'm not fully sure yet, because currently they still have limits on scholarships and stuff. So all of these coaches were planning on having the seniors graduate and use those scholarship for freshmen. But the NCAA currently hasn't like said you can have more scholarship players. So, there's college coaches wondering if they have to like pick and choose to take people on and off scholarship, who they've already promised scholarship to. So in a way, what seemed like the right and nice thing to do, NCAA is still a few steps away from having the solution solved, because even if you add scholarships, it's who's paying for them. Is it the university's call? I mean, in my head, that seems like the answer, but it was a damned if you do, damned if you don't for NCAA / they still have a lot of details they got to figure out.
I mean, everyone hates them, but it's hard.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a near impossible, and like the winter athletes, like you just can't. I mean, you already played a season. You kind of can't run it back. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's got to be the worst feeling in the world, but you gotta, like, you almost got to know you don't want to run it back either.
Yeah.
Come back for that 5th-year senior. Like, sure, there'd be a couple cool stories, like 1 or 2 guys who make the Final Four or something like that in basketball. But there's also going to be like a lot of bad stories. Like, I came back and we went from 20-12 to 11-22, so that kind of sucked.
Yeah.
So I don't know. NCAA still got a little bit to figure out. I like that they gave the spring people eligibility. It's how will they figure out the details, and knowing the NCAA, yikes.
The other 2 things here was that the NFL is going to make a special telecast for younger audiences on Nickelodeon. Smart. Didn't really notice. I didn't know Nickelodeon was still going, but why would I?
Yeah.
They should have like 15-year-olds announce it if they have adults anywhere on screen or on mic. I think that's stupid. Like, make it a kid show.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you have one adult moderator around. But
no,
yeah,
because instantly in 10 years from now, you're going to hear some bad stuff about that adult. So, kids only.
Oh, yeah, those are John Boy's rules of adulting. Yeah, no, I think it's good. I think it's a couple things. I mean, if baseball doesn't see this and think they should do this immediately, like, come on.
But baseball should be Coach Ballgame should be hosting it.
Yeah, I'm all for that. You know I'm all for that. But you just said your adult thing, so, well, adult ball game, he's a little creepy, but the good creepy.
The best.
But I also think NFL doing this is definitely a like, hey, kids are playing less. How are we going to get the kids interested? And someone is like, throw it on Nickelodeon. And they're like, that's actually really smart.
That is something baseball is going for. Kids are still playing baseball.
Yeah.
End conversation.
Tough to get a concussion playing Little League Baseball.
Yeah, you could do it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think the closest I got. I don't think I ever fully collided with someone.
I was a catcher, so I had some collisions. I remember like in 8th grade. One time it was really hot, and I was almost
my God. You're sweating.
Yeah. And then the other thing was Dr. James Andrews says he will not perform Tommy John surgeries during Corona. I have 1-sentence response, and you get a 1-sentence response. Mine is,
okay,
whoever the second best Tommy John surgery dude is probably fist pumped in his room.
enjoy your vacation.
And that's the half. Wow, halftime.
How'd you think your first half went? I think you recovered well from the beer spill.
Yeah, I'm a little apologetic that it might smell like beer in your spot tomorrow.
Have you taken a drink of the beer yet?
Yeah. 2, I think. Someone can rewind the tape and count.
Yeah, I don't know.
2. I think it was 2.
You think it was 2, and that's fine.
And I'm like a 5.
I could see it being 3 or 1.
But this is probably a 5 sip drink for me.
That can kind of looks funny near you.
So?
It doesn't look like your kind of can.
It's an owl.
The owl's nice.
I wouldn't have bought this if Evan didn't say it. There was so much cooler cannage.
Yeah.
Besides this one.
Take a big gulp. Wow.
We got to make a new backdrop.
It's nice. For me?
The Trolls isn't the logo anymore.
Yeah.
I'll send that to Matt, our designer.
Goodbye, Trolls. We'll send that to Matt. We got a guy for that.
Wow. If you bought a John Boy Jake Radio shirt with the Trolls on it, keep that.
It's classic.
Yeah.
I think the sports went surprisingly well for where we are in this apocalypse.
There's news. Football stuff is still doing it. The NFL has not acted like there's a global pandemic going on.
Yeah. There was an article that I clicked and then I stopped reading that was like quarterbacks are having like NFL just what's a good verbal meme? Someone wiping their hands clean. Someone
that's one of the best verbal memes.
Someone
wiping their hands clean.
Someone being like, "Hey, this worked out for us."
Good timing for us. That meme. Maybe throw that one down there.
Maybe. Okay, here's another $1 million idea for us, Jimmy, whenever you want to do it. So know how you mentioned you were going to do that Vimeo thing or whatever it is?
I have to call that guy back. If you listen to this podcast, which you surely don't.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry that I didn't call you back.
Cameo. Cameo. I just said verbal GIF because I kind of stole that from part of my take. They've said it now and then. But what if we just had a thing where it's like, hey, can you guys send me a verbal GIF of this? And it's us just mouthing the words to something.
Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah.
Clem on Barstool used to recreate famous GIFs, and I thought that was always funny. Should I unveil the new logo on here?
I mean, if you want, dude.
I have it set up. You ready? You want to do a drum roll?
Okay.
Let me find the drum roll sound effect. Here we go. There it is. I like it.
You're liking it.
I like it. I like the fun shirt for you, the hoodie for me, like the color. And then there's
microphone.
There's some other ones. I told you there's some distilled ones that are going to look great on sweatshirt. And like you opened the show with, when I have an idea, I act on it. I'm going to put it on our website and buy one for myself today, probably.
Yeah.
Tonight.
And meanwhile, I've been telling myself since spring training that I need to load up on some of our new gear, and I haven't done it yet.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's the half.
I read the news today, oh boy, and though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to laugh.
Well, it's 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
Eminem says that he is proud of his daughter Haley for going to college and for not having any babies. Shaq is not friends with Joe Exotic. 2 days in a row, Shaq being the news. Divorces are spiking in China as couples end coronavirus quarantines. Astrophysicist gets magnets stuck up his nose while inventing coronavirus device. Not sure if it's actually a he. That was kind of sexist of me. With people staying inside because of coronavirus, goats are taking over the empty streets of seaside towns.
I read the news today, oh boy.
Hello. That's the news. I think I saw you try to click the goats one, but the link doesn't take you anywhere. Are you interested in the goats?
The goats thing is not a link. I'll need someone to get that.
It seemed like you were interested in it.
Well, having a dog that looks like a goat/sheep anytime I can stumble upon an interesting picture of either of those animals, I'm naturally attracted to it.
I'll link you. Here's the link.
Thank you.
Oh, dude. Wow. Huge.
Okay.
It's a great picture. Almost such a good picture. I think a goat owner staged this. Right?
Did you see the bush pic?
No, hold on. I'm just trying to get it so the chat can see.
The bush pic isn't. I mean, it doesn't look like a takeover, but it's just a good picture.
Like, look at that picture.
I mean, that's the Beatles right there.
Yeah, that's Abbey Road.
Yeah, for them.
What town is this?
Orange like.
The BBC in there. It's got some videos. Not that we can get them all to the viewers, but
BBD with the BBC update.
Oh, did you see this one? Is this the one you're talking about?
Is it a goat in a bush? Yeah.
Yeah,
that picture got me.
It's cute.
I mean, that's as basic as it gets.
Yeah. I don't want to read the articles. That's kind of like a visual only news story for me. I'm not going to read what the human wrote. I just want to see the pictures.
Yeah, I mean, and not for nothing. Like they just did the 7 p.m. Clap for all the health worker people, which again was like really nice and also surreal. But like this,
do you think there's one guy that's ruining that? Like, do you think there's one guy? So if you don't know, Jake lives by a hospital and they clap for the people at 7 when the night's over. And I just have one guy like being a little too much about it, like bringing a sign and like screaming out their like full names. And the nurses are like, whoa, no.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Way to go,
No, we had one guy busted out a cowbell tonight, which was a nice touch for tonight. But I mean, if other people start adding instruments, you're starting a very dangerous slope there by busting out the cowbell.
People are going to ruin that. It needs to just be a polite, like, we thank you so much for what you're doing right now. That's all.
Dude, that's what's like the craziest part about it is it's a sincere applause, which you can tell the difference. And it's people just being like, yo, thank you guys. And it's like, fuck.
Not the best comparison, but what I have is when Coach Boone comes home and they do we're going to go to state, and people are coming out of their front doors and just like, let's go.
And someone starts cranking on the horn in that scene. That's kind of the cowbell equivalent. Yeah, no, I understand it, but it works here. The whole reason I started saying that is because imagine living in this town and looking in the streets and be like, yo, they're kind of winning right now.
Yeah, goats are like, we can't get it.
We're losing the war to them right now.
Be funny if the goats were just licking each other's hands and sneezing in each other's faces all around the town.
Just rubbing it in.
Yeah.
Just rubbing it in.
That would be funny.
Just like enjoying a nice ice food.
Do you think BBD's ever going to forget that he's on screen?
I mean, that's the goal.
Just starts pissing on his computer because he forgets he's on camera.
I think, yeah, I've seen him do that.
I'm worried about it.
Yeah, he should be.
You care about this astrophysicist who got magnets stuck up his nose? Because I kind of don't care about it.
I kind of not really. I mean, at first, the headline and stuff got up his nose, but I don't know if he was probably. I mean, all the corona test stuff goes through your nose, so I think maybe that's like a loophole here for a cop-out headline.
No, he was trying to build a necklace, and the magnets like flew up his nose.
Why was he building a necklace?
I don't know.
It's supposed to warn you when you're touching your face or something.
I accidentally invented a necklace that buzzes continuously unless you move your hand close to your face.
Dude, that's
Wait,
a
make
fucking
it the
nightmare.
fucking
That's
opposite, dude. Make it so it doesn't buzz, and it buzzes when you touch. Wait, he said accidentally, so maybe that was his goal, to make like a face sensor. Like if your hand comes in here, then back. I don't know. I could use that. I touch my face way too much. You know what? And I was talking to my family group chat, or my family, just my family. We were talking.
call it your family.
I was talking to my family in one of the group hangouts, and I said, like, yeah, I touch my face a lot, I found out. And my mom said, yeah, I realized that too when I watch you on the podcast. You always touch your face.
Wow.
Fuck.
I'm a face toucher too. I don't know.
I think everyone is.
It really sucks because I do like to just pinch your nose. Like you feel an itch in your nose, so I just pinch it. And like that's a crime nowadays.
Yeah. What about the divorce rate spiking in China as they get out of quarantine? That's kind of funny. Like, okay, never mind.
I mean, it's an A plus B equals C on multiple levels. It's, A is being trapped with them.
Yep.
A lot of people can cave under that pretty easily. B is like, and this part sucks because it's me kind of ruining the fun, but like they couldn't go do that during the quarantine. So like if you just start crunching the numbers on how many people normally do that in 2 weeks or a month, like they couldn't because the place was probably closed.
Yeah.
So
you going to get divorced?
quick math. No. 100% on that too.
That's huge.
Yeah.
It's real good. What are you more interested in, Eminem and his daughter or Shaq and whatever?
I mean, man, talk about two famous people from my childhood, Eminem and Shaq, and Haley for that matter.
Yeah, Haley she got drug into a lot.
Haley got brought into a whole lot.
Yeah. Shaq basically said that like he went to the zoo where Joe Exotic was there, and
Right.
he called him Exotic Joe, which I think was very much Shaq just trying to play up his aloof character or whatever, dumb character. You know his name is Joe Exotic. You know what I'm saying? Like he just says he knows that if he calls him Exotic Joe, people were like, "Ha ha! You didn't even call him the right name." And then he says we went back.
That's a smart play by Shaq.
Because people will be like, "See, he didn't even know him that well." That's what he's doing. Yeah. Did you see the video of Shaq DJing for his sons?
Oh yeah.
Because I almost sent it to you, but I figured you already saw it because you're a big Shaq guy.
Love Shaq.
Yeah.
Not the B-52 song. Whack, whack, wow.
He says, I was just a visitor. I met this guy, not my friend, don't know him, never had any business dealing with him, and I had no idea any of that stuff was going on. So that seems like something that didn't need to be written.
Right.
Are they going to do that for every celebrity? Michael Jordan does not know Joe Exotic.
I mean, probably any celebrity that has a picture with him and stuff, yeah. Because people are going to be all over them because they're in quarantine, dude. People are going nuts. So, like you said,
do they have a picture together? Yes.
Yeah, Shaq's in the thing. So if you have a pic, yes, this will start a trend of celebrities coming out and saying that they didn't have a real relationship.
Yeah, I told you.
Because didn't you say to me today? Yeah, Britney Spears and shit.
Yeah, one year at the MTV Music Awards, Doc Antle was her snake handler when she did the "I'm a Slave."
Right.
And then the next year, Carol Baskin sat next to Britney Spears at the MTV Music Awards. So she's all twisted up. So yes, tomorrow it will say Britney Spears does not know Joe Exotic, Doc Antle, or Carol Baskins.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I love Britney Spears.
Oh yeah, huge fan. I even root for her now when I see those pictures of her shaving her head. She should have. Fuck the media.
I think she's so genuine. Like I'm sure there were so many celebrities that they were gonna do something animal involved, and their like PR team came across Joe Exotic, Doc Antle, Carol Baskins, and they were like, "Yo, you can't work with these people. Like, she might have killed her husband. Joe Exotic's the craziest person I've ever seen. Doc Antle is as creepy as they come. No way." Britney Spears was like, "Hey, this guy will bring a snake on stage for you." And she was like, "Perfect. That's exactly what I want."
She danced with it too. That was, I mean, how old was I when that happened? I'm looking at the images now, and what happens is I snap to my 14-year-old brain or whatever, and I'm like,
Right.
holy smokes. And the Christina Aguilera music video was just like illegal,
Yeah.
right? Well, moving
The
on.
dirty music video. Oh my God.
That's what I'm talking about.
Lost a lot of good men.
Eminem says he is proud of his daughter Haley for going to college and having no babies. Earlier, when you said I lost a lot of men, were you talking about you masturbating to Christina Aguilera's music video "Dirty"?
You got there.
Okay. Eminem says he is proud of daughter Haley for going to college and having no babies. That's huge. Not everyone goes to college and has no babies.
I mean, it sounds
I did it.
like
So Eminem's proud of me as well. Just put it out there.
we don't know that.
No, I didn't have any babies, man.
We don't know if those are his requirements, man. Yeah, dude. I don't know. It sounded like really nice at first because, again, like you mentioned, Haley, if you're tied into Eminem's music, like you've got a connection to Haley.
Dude, this is the most bullshit people.com headline that has ever been concocted. Minus, I don't know about that, but top 1,000.
I mean,
for sure.
you don't believe that. They do this every day, I think. This
top
is their
1,000.
business
Top 1,000.
this year.
Yeah, so he was on Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson. And Mike Tyson asked Eminem if his daughter Haley had any children. And Eminem said, "No babies, just a boyfriend. She's doing good." And then they kept talking and about her graduating with a 3.9 GPA, and he said, "She's made me proud for sure." And People Magazine just squeezed those together and put it on a headline.
Yep.
Like,
And when we're talking,
this should be illegal. It's like fucked up.
you realize this is what they do.
The media is fucked, man.
I've got a question for
That's
you.
why Britney Spears shaved her head.
Let me know when I can ask the question.
Okay, after you hear the slide whistle.
Okay. So I just mentioned how Haley, being a part of Eminem's songs, we all know the name Haley. If you say Haley and Eminem, we know who it is.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Mike Tyson actually came in not knowing if Eminem had a daughter? Or do you think he's got writers working with him that'll be like, "Mike, it'll be funny if you ask him if he has any kids," because he sang about his daughter all the time?
Mike Tyson asked if Haley had any kids, and Eminem said, "No babies."
Oh, okay. That changes the whole thing then. So
Yeah.
I'm good.
You're all set. I think that's all we have, right?
Well, astrophysicist. Oh, would you were gonna ask what I thought of the Shaq DJing video. What thoughts did you have on it, James?
I'm not a Shaq lover. I think he's
Right.
I think he's the textbook definition of athlete funny. If you're gonna use that term or whatever, like people laugh at him because he's Shaq, not because he's funny. But
Right.
that was good.
Okay. He's a real DJ. I've seen Shaq DJ.
I know, but Shaq's funny when he's not trying to be funny. Like when it's funny because Shaq. When he tries to be funny,
That's interesting. I think you're onto something there. That Shaq doesn't realize funny Shaq is him not being funny.
yeah. When he's
Like
not
Shaq
trying to be,
is a funny guy, but when he's trying to be funny, he's not a funny guy.
yeah, his most funny clip,
Interesting.
like when he found out that the guy died that he didn't know died, and he just goes, "Oh damn, that was funny." There's no way Shaq was trying to be funny there. It's one of the funnier things he's done in the last 5 years.
Shaq.
When he runs and falls off stage and fakes it, that's not funny. That's what he thinks is funny. So No one's going to ever tell Shaq anything bad about him to his face, ever.
He's huge.
Bigger than you?
Bigger than both of us.
Yeah, that's something. All right. Is that the end of the show, Jake?
I think so. I mean, it's you and I are both fried. There's still literally nothing to really bet on.
You're coming over in 12
did you
hours.
think of an event for us to bet on yet?
No. You can place bets on things that I do around the house.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of at that level.
Like, how long do you think I can balance this book on my head?
Can you start doing that? Start making a daily game.
Well, with the headphones on, it's actually easier. I thought it was going to be harder, and this is
it looks super easy
on
with that
here.
book.
This ain't going nowhere. Where you going? Nowhere.
Damn. Nowhere.
The ultimate baseball road trip. Now my new hat. This is
Start
the first
doing
time we
a
ever did
daily challenge.
All right. This is the first time we ever did a live on Periscope. So if anyone watched on there, thanks. We usually don't do it at night. It's usually a 10 a.m. thing. But because we're banking tons of content and we needed today and we need tomorrow to do all of that, we've been going at night. It'll be on the podcast app tomorrow morning for everyone that listens on there. And I don't need to tell you that because you're listening. You've found this. So that ends that discussion. Rate, subscribe, all that nonsense. I don't give a shit. And then anything else, Jake?
My girl Rez just announced she's doing a 30-minute live stream at 8 p.m. Eastern, so I will be booked during that time period.
You're 15 minutes late, just letting you know. Get out there. Go enjoy Rez.
No, tomorrow. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, cool. Good for you.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining, guys.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it. If it's the first time listening, that's kind of what the show is.